you be the seller or you want me to be the seller first, you tell me and then we'll switch it up. Just whatever you think you want to nail first, you know, like Trip just wanted to work on expireds only in the opening script, you know, so it just depends.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you be the seller first and run me through the ringer a little bit.
Okay. We'll do realistic. I just want to see the order. That's what's most important. So, okay, I'm good.
Hey, this is Chris. I was calling about your home for sale on 123 Main Street. Is this a bad time to chat?
No, I'm good. You a realtor?
I am not. Nope. Buyer looking to buy a home in the area.
Okay.
Just had a couple quick questions for you to see if it's a good fit for me. I'm really just kind of curious. Looks like a beautiful home in a great neighborhood. Why do you want to sell?
We're relocating. My wife got a new job.
Oh, awesome. You guys already got a place?
We do.
Where are you moving to? I'm just kind of curious.
We're moving to Alaska.
Oh, wow. Very cool. I spent some time up in Alyeska and Girdwood and Anchorage, so I'm a little familiar with Alaska, at least that area.
Yeah, I've never been there, so I don't, my wife picked it.
Well, best of luck. The winters will be a little long, but you can get used to it. In terms of your asking price, I see you're at $350 right now. Did you get to that with realtor comps?
Yeah, we were on the market for a while and they just didn't even show it. I don't know what they did.
Oh, okay. So no feedback on why it didn't sell then?
No, they just kept telling me how to lower my price. I don't want to do that. They didn't even show it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you were on at 350 and the market didn't respond. What's the lowest you'd be willing to take for the property?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to use a realtor, so that's why I asked if you're a realtor. So I'm thinking I'm going to take around 300.
Okay. Yeah, that'll give me a lot of room to make this work. Can I ask, is there a mortgage remaining on the home?
Yeah, we owe about 100.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Why is that important for you?
Not really. The way I purchase homes works with a mortgage in place or not. Just kind of me trying to get an idea of what might be the best fit for you in terms of what I can offer you.
Okay, well, what are you thinking you can offer?
Well, I'd love to follow up with a quick email that has a bunch of information that explains that in further detail. What's a good email address for you?
xyz@gmail.com.
Okay, perfect. I'll get that sent out here in about a half an hour. Check your spam folder. It'll come from FDD Real Estate, so make sure if it hits your spam folder, you still get it. And then what's a good day and time for me to follow up with you to answer any questions you have?
You can call me tomorrow. I'll see this today if you're going to send it.
Okay, perfect. I'll plan on around 2:15 tomorrow, and we'll just follow up with any questions you have at that point and move this forward.
Okay, sounds good.
Perfect. Thanks for your time.
Okay, so I didn't beat on it because I want to see the order first. Good ending, by the way, because you did a follow-up. As soon as I said Alaska, go to when. I'm moving. You want to know when.
Gotcha.
Like, even more so if I'm an expired, you wanted to know if it did sell, where were you going and when did you need to be there after I tell you where? That's so key with an expired. Where were you going if it sold? Now you're already indirectly stirring up pain. You didn't even have to try.
Right.
Oh, Jesus, the realtor sucked. I'm supposed to be over here. You know, they'll just go if they're motivated. So that's the only tweak at the very beginning. Mortgage answer was good. You kind of said half of it. Like when people say, "What? That's not important," or they say, "Well, no, it actually is," because the way I buy, it's structured around existing debt, and then I act like they didn't say it, and I just go on. So I don't want to drag, like explain it, and then you're giving seminars. So a lot of times I'll answer and then move on. Like drop it. I'm not waiting to see if they liked it. I'm dropping the answer and I'm moving to the next question.
Yeah, and that's part that I'm still working on because I used to be the. I remember you laughed when I told you, but I used to be the guy that get everybody QLS light. Yeah. And now I've kind of gone to the other extreme. So I need to get back to the middle and figure out, you know.
All right, everybody goes through it. And the only way you go through it is do the dials, have fun, not give a shit about the result because it's no different than the waitress serving you that cup of coffee. She comes around or he comes around and says, do you want coffee? No. You want coffee? No. She doesn't cry and freak out and stress out and get anxiety because you said no. So when you deal with these expires, who gives a shit? Just keep going and getting better. The other thing I'd add, so there was just 3 points. The other thing I'd add, and then I'll review them for you, is ask the question, and maybe you're just afraid to get a no, but ask the question, you owe 100, you said you want 3, do you need your 2 to go move? I know you already have a place, but did you need that 2 to move? Or are you good protecting that or saving that or getting the max out if I can do something on a lease purchase or, well, it's just lease purchase because of the mortgage. That's the only other thing. So, huh?
I like how you put that.
So the 3 things, as soon as I said Alaska, when, boom, pain. The mortgage question, tweak, and then the, if I get you a price, do you need all that money out to move? Because see, most people go, yeah, and then you go, okay, well, tell me more. Like he already told you he doesn't need it to buy. Well, I was gonna go invest it. Well, man, if I can get you max price here instead of you taking a hit here and then paying bills and not being able to move your family, so just bring up all the pain. How about if I just protect that the whole 200 and you can go take your time and go have fun in Alaska? So just small tweaks. So you want to do it again?
Yeah,
so
sure.
Incorporate some of that, and then you can re-listen to this. You'll get better at it, right? But okay, so go ahead. You do that was supposed to be an expired, right?
We didn't really say, but let's just say that it was.
Yeah, so let's do expireds because for sale by owners right now in a lot of markets are moving. So let's do another one, and I'm an expired.
Okay. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hey, this is Chris. I saw your property at 123 Main Street. I'm just calling to chat with you about it. Is now a bad time?
No, I can chat. Are you the realtor? I've got like 30 realtors calling me today.
No, I'm not a realtor.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's up?
A couple quick questions. I'm really just kind of curious. This looks like a beautiful home in a great area. Why do you want to sell?
Well, we're moving. I got a job transfer, so we're moving.
Oh, wow. Where are you moving to?
We're moving to, let's see, you're in Colorado. We're moving to Massachusetts.
Oh, cool. When are you guys moving?
Well, I mean, I was supposed to be there for the end of the summer. Now here we are, October. So I want to move right away.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's kind of interesting times where we're sitting in with COVID and everything else. I know it's.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm moving. I got a great job, so I've got to move by the end of the year. Now I have no choice. I wanted to be there for the end of the summer.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll keep this quick. I mean, if I could get you, assuming your asking price is based on realtor comps or, will be supported by an appraisal in that area. Assuming that's the case, I could get you full asking without any fees or commissions. Because like I said, I'm not a realtor. So a couple different ways I can do that. Is there a mortgage remaining on this home?
Yeah, we owe about 100 and we had been on for like, I don't know what the last price was, maybe 319.
Okay. If I can get you that full asking price, like I mentioned, do you need all that equity to move?
What do you mean? Do I need all the equity? I was hopefully going to buy something.
Gotcha. So you don't have a place in Massachusetts yet?
No, I mean, if I have to, I'll just rent at this point because I couldn't pull the trigger on anything without knowing.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Reason I ask is because typically I buy on lease purchase or owner financing, depending on, seller situation. In this case, it would be a lease purchase, and I can send you more information on that via email that goes over the nuances of everything, and then follow up with you to see if you have any questions. Does that sound like something you might be interested in talking about more?
Yeah, I mean, if everything looks good, I have to obviously do my homework. So when would I get my equity out of this thing, and how do I know?
Yeah, good question. Like I said, the email will have more information, but just to give you a brief synopsis of it, it's nothing more than a delayed cash sale. So you and I agree on a price. I just said I'd pay you full asking if that was supported by the market. Obviously, I got to see the house and do my own due diligence before I commit to that. But let's just call it your asking price for now. I then take over any and all financial responsibilities for the home. So your mortgage, taxes, insurance, yada, yada, during the term of my lease. And we'd also agree on what that term is. And then on or before the end of that lease term, I'd simply cash you out with a balloon payment for your equity and pay off your mortgage.
And you're thinking that would take how long?
Well, how long would you be willing to go?
I mean, I don't know. I got to think about this, but I don't think I'd want to go more than a couple of years.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I can still make that work. Why don't I do this? I'll follow up with you. I'll look into the numbers a little more on my end in terms of the value of the house in the area, and the term. And I'll talk this over with my senior partner, and we'll get back to you in the next day or so. Does that work around the same time?
Yeah, that works. Let me digest whatever you send, and then I'll know more.
That sounds perfect.
Okay, cool. Not bad at all. Again, a couple tweaks. What I do like what you call us, because I do it, is I do like that you keep going to, all right, I'll just send you some stuff. Because if they'll get off, I used to just send them some stuff to follow up was the more important thing. So I do like that. You did it twice on that call. The tweak would be this on expireds, but it's an important one. I know you didn't sell, that's why we're talking, but because we were happy to do the chat then. I know you didn't sell. Instead of saying full asking, say, well, I'm curious, now that didn't sell and now that you want to move to Mass, what do you think you were going to net? Like, I know it didn't sell, but by the time you sold, got an offer, paid a commission, what are you thinking? And if I was being realistic, I would have said, well, 319, I didn't get it. And then I had to pay a commission. I don't know, 270, 275. Now, bang, you came off a full asking price, but you gave them full price, what they thought they were going to get. That's how we bought most of the homes, even owner financing. What did you think you were going to get? Good, I'll pay you that. You didn't get it, but I'll pay it.
I like that
tweak there. I like that you asked the question to my question. Try to do that as much as you can. When I said how long, you said how long could you go? Perfect. When I said I couldn't go on 2, you could have said, well, look, I've seen you structured from 2 to 22, or I've seen you structured from 2 to 30. It's just a matter of your priorities. So once you digest it, maybe I'll get you a couple different offers. How's that sound? A couple different options. How's that sound? Something like that.
Gotcha. So push a little harder there on the term.
You're not really pushing, you're kind of setting the scene, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Like kind of, so they don't have sticker shock per se when they see the email?
Yeah, because now they see 22 or 30, or you set it, and then they get an offer that shows them 4, 5, and 7.
Right. So it stings less because they had 20 in their mind, and then they see 4, and they're like, oh, I might be able to do 4.
Yeah, but that's also the truth when they go, how long? I say, I don't know. I've structured deals between 1 year and 30 years. It depends on the entire picture. I don't know your whole picture yet. Let me just send you some information. Because that's true. My building's 20 years. We got other sub 2s that are 30, right? In theory, because they're sub 2s. It could be 40 by the time we get done selling the thing and someone. So, yeah.
Cool.
I'd think about that. You want to do one? Do you want to ask me some questions that maybe you've been asked? Or is this more helpful? You tell me, and I can be the investor, whatever you want to do. Or do you want to go into another area that you want to work on?
I mean, the FSBO calls are much easier, obviously.
Well, it's almost like a touchy-feely, hey, I'll call me if it doesn't sell type thing, you know?
Yeah, what about a FRBO?
I think FRBO is an easier call for us to make as investors, but you're usually fighting them wanting to keep more, unless they're pissed off FRBO. We can do one, but that, just so you know, I wouldn't do all FRBO. I'd do like, if I was mixing my leads, I would do like 20, 30% FRBO.
Gotcha. So mainly focus on the expireds?
I would, or niched list. You got Freedom Soft or PropStream.
Freedom Soft.
You know, go to a free and clear. People want, what do you call it now? Rural areas. Pick some areas, do some calls and some postcards to the same list. I keep saying to my wife, even off market, that's what you want to look for right now. You know, the FRBOs could be good because they're going to be pissed off, but you just got to know how to sift them quick. So you want to do a FRBO?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So let's say I got a single family renting out, and let's do 2. Let's do them back to back, and I'll take notes. So the first one you call me, I'm gonna be I gotta keep my equity type thing, and the other one I'm gonna be like so frustrated I gotta do something.
Okay. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hey, this is Chris. I was calling about your home I saw for rent.
Yeah, why you want to rent?
Well, I kind of had a crazy question for you. Would you ever be interested in selling?
Well, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with COVID, but I'd get rid of this thing. It's been haunting me for years.
Oh, really? What's going on with it?
Oh, I'm done dealing with tenants. I'm all done with it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I completely understand that. I've had rentals in the past myself, dealing with late payments and evictions and damages and everything else. So I kind of understand where you're coming from. I saw you were on the market for $2,000 a month. I haven't looked into comps on your property in terms of value. What do you think it would comp out at?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I mean, I have a rough idea, but why don't you tell me, what would you give me an offer for, you think?
Well, obviously I got to do more research on my end to look at the comps in the area, and then I'd love to get out to the property and just see condition, especially if there were tenants in place before. What were you thinking ballpark, just so I have an idea?
Oh, it's probably worth $500,000 anyway. But again, I haven't looked in about a year, and I don't know what's going on with COVID.
Gotcha. So at $500,000, what do you think you'd net if you had a realtor listing it and closing costs and all that stuff?
I don't own anything. I inherited this property from my grandfather.
Oh, okay. Free and clear. That's great.
Yep.
So I could purchase on owner financing, and the way that would work, you and I would agree on a price. For the sake of this conversation, let's just call it $500,000. I'm not committing to that. Like I said, I got to do more research on my end, but let's just call it $500,000. I would then take over any and all financial responsibilities for the home. I know you said you didn't have a mortgage, but I pay your taxes, your insurance, HOA fees if there is one, any repairs would be on me as well. And then in addition to that, I would make payments towards the principal of your property with a balloon payment due on or before the end of the lease that I'd have with you. So it's simply a delayed cash sale is the best way to sum that up. But what I can do, because I know I just vomited a lot of information at you, is just send you a quick email that goes into more detail on this, and then I can follow up with you tomorrow at the same time if that works.
Yeah, you can follow up. I mean, when you email me this, I need all the details. I'm gonna want obviously a down payment here. I got to know you have skin in the game. So you send me an email. I want to dig into this a little bit.
Gotcha. How much of a down payment are you looking to get?
Oh, I don't know, at least 10 or 20%. And I'd want to see that in the monthly. I want to know what these numbers are gonna look like, or else I'll rent it.
Right. What are you getting monthly now, if I may ask?
I get 2,500.
2,500. Okay. Yeah. So in a situation where I'm taking on full responsibility for the property, like I said, I'm paying taxes, insurance, HOA fees, maintenance, and then I need a little bit of a spread there for it to be worth it for me to get involved. So, once we subtract all that out, I'll get to that number based on, your actual costs and the spread that I'm looking for. So I'll put that in the email. In terms of the down payment though, most sellers that I deal with want to maximize how much they get for the property versus a little upfront. In other words, I can't do both. I could give you some money up front, but I'd have to take that off the back end. And I usually, double or triple what I'm giving you up front off the back end, because that's putting me in a riskier position.
Well, I mean, I think I got a lot of risk here too. But let me dig into your information and see how comfortable I am first, and then we'll revisit this
Sure.
chat.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay, cool. Some really good points and some good tweaks, which means the more we do this, the better. That's all I can think of when I'm doing this. So here's some things for you. When you opened, the confidence level, not how you sounded. You sound perfect because you stay the same, but your question kind of put him or her in a better position, because you said I got a crazy question. So they're already going, what's this nutcase going to ask me, right? So you already put them in like defense mode. What's so crazy? The question is real simple. I saw you renting it. A lot of landlords are frustrated. I didn't know if you had any plans on selling it. I'm not frustrated. Okay, no problem. Just checking. Or yeah, I am frustrated with COVID. So I saw you renting it. I I understand that. I didn't know if you had any plans on getting it sold. I'm kind of calling a bunch of the properties I see rented because a lot of landlords are frustrated right now. Because that's the truth.
Yeah.
That's a good one. As a landlord, you said, yeah, I'm a landlord too. You do a few of those. Those are good. And then you move on. You don't make a whole social conversation. Those are great. Like, I'm like you. I own property too. That was perfect. I said, what are you going to offer me? And all you had to say, a couple of these you like to explain still. Instead, ask me a question. I said, what are you going to offer me? And so you answered. Don't answer it. Ask a question. Well, I don't know yet. I haven't seen it. If I got your top dollar, are you open to doing some owner financing? Right away. Now, every time you ask a question, you're in control. Versus that question at the beginning, putting them on guard. Then I asked you a question, you explain. So he's in control. He's like asking questions and getting his answers, right? Try to take back control whenever you can. You explain owner financing. That was your second opportunity. Instead of explaining it, to just say, because you were saying, I pay this, I pay that. Those are kind of a given. I tell a lot of the students this. If you're buying owner financing, you don't have to tell, especially a landlord, a FRBO, that you'll be taking over this, this, and this, because you're buying it. So you have to say that. And the sandwich lease, okay, maybe you can explain to someone. But with the FRBOs, they get it. They own property. So instead of explaining owner financing, all you had to say then is the same question. Well, if I was to get you top dollar, what are you thinking that we'd be looking to get? If I was to get you top dollar, what are you thinking you'd be going out for term if I can do some owner financing? Just ask questions. When I said down payment, you did a perfect script. Most of my sellers don't want the little down, they want the perfect. But then when I said I'll just rent it, what I was looking for you to do is I was looking for you to go right back to the beginning when I whined about rent. I'm done with tenants. Because then you could have said, again, control. Oh, all right, that's confusing because at the very beginning you sounded kind of pissed off with tenants. Like I said to you, I'm done with it. So I did that on purpose to see if you'd go back. So just listen and go back to their pain. His pain, day one, call one, sentence one was, I'm done with tenants. And by the way, you could have dug even deeper when I said I'm done. He said, well, why? What do you mean? Do you have some bad experiences? And just sit there. So this is all about not being mean to drum up their pain, but to understand what the hell their pain is so you can fix it.
Right.
I think you're trying to go here on the net rent. So you kind of said it indirectly instead of just asking me, oh, you get $2,500. Cool. Okay. So then you pay your taxes. How much are taxes? Okay. Then you pay, what else are you paying? I'm paying my sewer. Oh, okay. And you just do the math and you go, all right, so you're getting closer to like 17. All right, good. And then you just move on. Like you don't ask. He already gave you the math. You just calculate and go, okay, all right, interesting. So you're really down to like 17. Okay. And then you go to the next question. So you planted, you know what the hell. Okay, I got it. You're not at 25. Last but not least is the what's more important, right? So you said it great. Most of my sellers want this instead of this, but then end it with, so what's more important for you? Because you're basically saying to him, are you like my other sellers who don't need the cash? It's like an ego thing. Because they don't want to say, no, I need the cash. They don't want to say that.
Didn't James or somebody say like, most of my sellers are in strong financial positions and would rather max out their.
Exactly. That's exactly the play.
A little down in front.
Yep. So where are you on that scale? Are you more interested in maxing out, or did you need some money right away? Because then it's either going to come out that COVID's affected and they do, or it's going to, or the ego is going to say, I don't need it. Oh, okay, perfect. I got some cool options for you then. All right, good. So I'll email you. You just move on. Ask a question to their question. Ask it when you're out asking questions. Just move on.
This is very helpful. Thank you.
No problem. It's maybe we'll post in the script channel, but I think we do it now. Here's the key. Did it with Trip, and then he had to go away. But I think I got one call from him before he went. So do like 2 calls, 3 calls. Get warmed up. Like if you picked up a call now, you got to think it through a little bit. And you got to watch this again. But after you do 2 or 3 and get warmed up, send me the next 2 or 3.
Okay.
Then let's schedule another role play, and we should do these. I'm filming Thursday and Friday, but let's do another one next week.
That'd be awesome.
So now you have time to play. We can look at the calendars right now.